grew up in a musical family, even skipped college to move straight to Los Angeles to pursue his dreams. Singer-songwriter Richard Marx has some of the biggest hits of the 80s and 90s, and he's still going strong today. He's worked with musicians all over, and now he's sharing it all in his brand new book titled Stories to Share. I sat down with Richard Marx to talk about the phone call that changed his life and the wide range of artists that he's worked with over the years.
Went to a Manny's, but the place was gone. No tables open at the other restaurant.
He's one of the most recognizable singer-songwriters of all time. We're talking to Richard Marx, and he has some stories to tell. In fact, that's actually the title of his new memoir. Richard, when did you realize that you had this talent?
I remember just growing up around it. My parents were, it was the family business, and I started singing when I was 5 years old, like in a studio. So I don't think I ever even had the chance to consciously decide, what do I want to do with it was just something I always did.
Richard, you talk about the time when you were only 17 years old, still in high school, your phone rings and it's Lionel Richie on the other end.
Basically what he did was just encourage me. He was really complimentary and said, man, if these are your first few songs, you should have heard my first few songs. And he encouraged me to move to LA and pursue music as a real career.
All night long, all night, that's me. All night long, all night, that's me.
He then
Impressed?
used me as a background singer on his first solo album and his second solo album.
Wherever you go, whatever you do.
Your song Right Here Waiting launched you into superstar status, but I read that you actually wrote that song for Barbra Streisand, who then turned you down.
She called me and said that she really liked the music and she thought it was beautiful, but that she was going to need me to rewrite the lyrics because she said, I'm not going to be right here waiting for anybody. And so, yeah, we hang out a lot, and every so often when I'm hugging her goodbye, I'll whisper, thank you for turning down my song.
Guess I'm crazy, crazy for you, can't you see?
You've written songs for so many people, from Kenny Rogers to Keith Urban. Is there a song that people may not have realized that you wrote for somebody?
To dance with my father again.
A lot of people don't know that I wrote Dance with My Father with Luther. They don't know that I wrote Better Life and Long Hot Summer with Keith Urban.
And I will take you in my arms.
They might not know that I wrote This I Promise You for NSYNC and produced that as well.
It's going down, we got a front row seat.
You're married to supermodel Daisy Fuentes. So if she ever gets frustrated with you, say leaving too many wet towels on the floor, do you just turn around and sing a few lines from a song and then you're out of the doghouse entirely?
We feel like we're still on our honeymoon. You know, when you find what we found later in life, I think that there's an extra level of value to it and excitement about it.
Well, Richard Marx, after all these years, the talent continues, and so does the good hair.
Thank you. It's bedhead, but you know, it's hanging in there.
Yeah, we're laughing. That's his bedhead. Looks that good.